posted a video a long time ago on this Bianchi, and somebody in my comments asked me to do a review. I will do my best. My brother-in-law actually gave it to me. He had it in his garage. Now, as far as rideability, this thing is awesome. I love it. I'll ride about 100 miles a week. Not a lot for some, but this is my daily commuter. I've gone to a mountain bike type. I've even ridden my road bike, my Jameis Quest, as a commuter. But I keep on going back to this. The main reason for that is simplicity. So it's a Bianchi San Jose. It's got a chromo light frame, double butted, heat treated. I don't know what the special parts mean. It actually had a different handlebar set on it. It had drop-down handlebars. So that could be why it's got the special parts on it. Now, not everything on this thing is stock. I do believe that the headset is stock. The stem is original. The seat post is not original. Of course, the saddle is not original. I believe this is a 42 tooth chain ring. And I am not entirely sure what it is back here. However, it was stock, so whatever it is stock. I'm just using a typical KMC chain. So this bike has attach points for a rack. I also have fenders attached. Now these are Planet bike fenders. This one is a 52 centimeter center to top, which is actually too small for me. My video suggested before, I kind of offset that with these bullhorn handlebars. But these bullhorns are great. They give me hand position here, hand position there, you know, every hand position that you could want, and a hand position out here. Brakes on these Cane Creek. These are the Cane Creek 200 TT. Makes it so much easier to brake with these. So I highly recommend it. Came with brakes in the rear, and at some point somebody thought it was cool to remove the front brakes and put brakes on the rear. And so I got the front brakes from Amazon. These wheels up front are not stock. This is not what it came with. However, they're not horrible. They could be worse. Ace 19s. Ones on the rear are stock. They are Alex Rim AT400s. Tires are the WTB All Tyrannosaurus. Ridden this bike for thousands of miles. Those tires are in pretty good shape, although I don't do a whole lot or any off-roading really. These are mainly just for urban commuting. Great tires. So this saddle is awesome. A little bit of wear and tear, but nothing that affects the ride. Gives it more character as far as I'm concerned. And I did have an issue with this bolt right here. At one point it broke about 500 miles in. Got this Lezyne pump for my commuter. I needed something that I might have to use a little bit more often. Whenever they redid this wheel, I think they used the original hub. Now the rear has a Shimano Tiagra. No complaints there. Now let's talk about the dropouts. A problem I ran into, and I don't know if it was wear and tear on the dropouts themselves, but I could not get the wheel tight enough to whenever I put pressure on the drivetrain that this didn't eventually start riding forward, at least on one of these sides. And so I would find that my chain would get kind of loose, but I had to find a solution. And so what I was able to find were the MKS dropout spacers or dropout adjusters. They just go inside the dropouts, and they provide a hard spacing for both ends. And so that it keeps, when you push in, it keeps it from coming in. Of course, you can screw that out and you can adjust. And so what it also does is it helps make the adjustment to keep this rear tire or the rear wheel centered. And it makes that adjustment much, much easier. Now, when I first got those, it was great. It lasted a little bit longer. But then over time, these nuts would rattle out slowly. If you're gonna get these, get some Loctite, put them in the threads, and that'll keep them from rattling out over time. So with this setup, with the adjusters, the Loctite and the threads, I have no issues with it rattling out. So this, I have never adjusted since I've had it. I suppose it keeps the chain from falling off if you're doing a lot of rough riding. I haven't done enough rough riding or cyclocross type activity with this bike. And so I'll put a link to everything that I've got on there and upgraded in the description.